So most experts and a lot of organizations built around their expertise are convinced that they have a visibility problem. They want more people seeing the work. They want more people hearing the message, attending the event, watching the video, or finding the brand. And when none of that's happening at the rate that they want, the diagnosis is usually the same. We need more visibility, more eyeballs. That isn't usually the actual problem. Visibility is working and the audience is showing up. Something else is wrong with what happens after they arrive. So here's the part most people don't see. Visibility is supposed to go somewhere. When someone discovers your work through a post or a podcast or a keynote or video or some type of media or an ad, and they want to go deeper, they eventually look for more. They click through your site. They search your name. They look at what else you've made. They try to figure out whether you are the real thing. And what they find there is what determines whether the visibility that you invested in produces anything. If what they find feels scattered or generic or unfinished, the attention has nowhere serious to go. So the audience saw the work, they looked for more, and found nothing that felt like an environment, and they moved on. The attention worked, the environment failed, so it looked like the attention didn't work. I've come to think about this through a framework called the authority triangle. So if you're building a business or a brand or an organization around expertise, you need three things. Number one is the work, what you know, sharpened into something that's coherent. Your point of view, your method, your proof, your promise. That's the work. Then there's the place where the work lives so people can return to it. More importantly, trust it. Probably more importantly than that, use it over time. And then there's the visibility, how the right people find it. Social, speaking, podcasts, PR, paid campaigns, YouTube. You need all three. You need them in that order. Most experts overinvest in visibility before they have a place strong enough to receive it, though. That's why the attention doesn't compound. The attention works, but the value leaks out. The order of this matters because each layer depends on the one before it. If the work isn't clear, no place can be built around it, and no visibility can compensate. The audience walks away from your talk feeling something happened, but they can't tell anyone else what it was. They like you, but they can't repeat what you said. If the place doesn't exist, every dollar spent on visibility lands somewhere that can't receive it. So the audience arrives and sees what everyone else sees. A website that looks like every other expert's website, a course that looks like every other course, a social feed that looks like every other social feed. So they don't stay. That's the misdiagnosis that funds the entire visibility industry. Experts spend money on attention, watch it not compound, and conclude they need more attention. Well, they don't. They need the place fixed first. Otherwise, they're pouring water into a glass with a hole in the bottom. The clearest way to teach this is with a restaurant. So you have to know what you're going to cook before you build the restaurant. You have to build the restaurant before you advertise it. If you advertise the restaurant before it exists, the people who show up have nowhere to sit. They have no kitchen running and no menu. The menu at the chef's craft is the work. The restaurant itself is the place. The advertising, the views, the reviews, the social posts, the food bloggers are the visibility. So most experts are advertising a restaurant they haven't built yet. They have a great book or a great talk, and they go straight to social media, paid campaigns and webinars, and the audience that shows up has nowhere to sit. Most experts who think they already have a place have a stitched together set of tools. The website's one platform, the course is on another, the community is on a third, the email list is somewhere else. So imagine if a restaurant operated that way. You got the kitchen in one building, you got the dining room in another, the menu's on a printout someone left at the door. That's the version of the place most experts have right now. It's not a place. It's a set of tools that have been pretending to add up to one. Here's the most common version of this problem in 2026 when I'm filming this. Most experts who feel like they're getting visibility but not compounding results have moved their effort to YouTube, maybe where you're watching this. And YouTube does what it's supposed to do. It puts your work in front of new people. The reach, the audience, and the growth are all real. What YouTube doesn't do is give your audience a place that's yours. So once a viewer finishes one of your videos, what happens? YouTube decides what happens next. Sometimes it serves more of you, sometimes someone else in the same category. And either way, the relationship belongs to YouTube, not to you. YouTube's job is to keep your audience on YouTube, not with you. The expert does all the visibility work. YouTube keeps the audience inside its own environment. So YouTube is visibility. That's how you should view it. LeaderPass, though, is credibility. Those are two different jobs that have been getting collapsed into one decision. You still need YouTube and you still need visibility broadly. Visibility without a place to send the audience, though, is attention that leaks out as fast as it comes in. This is where LeaderPass sits in the architecture. LeaderPass is the place. It's the environment built to receive the visibility, the place the audience goes when they want more than what YouTube serves them next. Blueprint inside a LeaderPass lab sharpens the work so that the place can do its job. LeaderPass Studios produces the work at a level that the place requires. The pass, you hear us talk about pass, is what the audience enters when they want to go deeper. Structure, produce, place is what builds the place in the authority triangle. Structure makes the work easy to come back to. Produce makes the work credible enough to return to. Place is where the return actually happens. Structure, produce, place. Together, that's what LeaderPass builds. The place in the triangle has specific architecture, and structure, produce, place is what that architecture looks like. So for any expert or organization watching strong visibility, not compound into anything durable, the question isn't whether to get more attention, but what the attention is supposed to lead to. And if the answer is a website or a course platform or social place or something stitched together in the infrastructure, the visibility is going to keep leaking out the bottom. Visibility needs somewhere to land. The place is what makes attention compound into authority, return, and a business that doesn't disappear when nobody is selling. The work is what you know. The place is where it lives. Visibility is how the right people find it, in that order. Otherwise, the attention works, but the value leaks out.